collaborative project between Lovemore Studios and Layers. Today I've got Kimberley Lovemore with me. We're going to be talking about music, we're going to be talking about the brand, Lovemore Music and Entertainment. To start us off, right, to take the edge off, like, can you tell me a bit about what you're passionate about?
Yeah, media. Do you see how my eyes just lit up?
Lit up, like,
media. Media is
cool.
my passion. It's what I know, it's what I breathe. It's like, what would I fall back on if I didn't do media? This is all I know,
Okay,
from such a young age as well. So much inspirations and so much has impacted my love for media growing up as well. So yeah.
To media, and of course, how old is your brand? Like, how old is like Lovemore, Media and Entertainment?
Yeah, so it was ongoing from college times.
Yeah.
Because I was in and out doing interviews and stuff. But then my first event was in 2015.
Yeah.
So it's been a while since obviously my launch and stuff. That was in 2015.
Yeah.
And that was with like really like old school and new school artists from our age group. Which is 26, and into the 30 age group for old school and new school as well. So yeah.
Okay, cool. And obviously, did you study media then, or?
I did.
Or did you actually kind of cross over?
No, I studied media.
Okay.
I put my head down, studied my books in school, in secondary school, to get the grades, to get into college and uni. I already knew what I wanted to do. I didn't really care about anything else but media. So yeah.
Okay, cool. And another question I was going to ask was, so when you like growing up, right, were you into like any kind of like, maybe into singing competitions, you do dancing, or did you do anything in that lane?
Yeah, I did.
Or were you more kind of like on the video side of it as opposed to the audio?
No, so if I take it back to when I was younger, like in primary school, secondary school, I used to go to D&B Theatre School in Downham, and I've done singing, dance and drama. So already that's planting a seed. Like, who am I going to be? What avenue am I going to go down in the media industry? Growing up, so already I kind of knew what I wanted to do. Okay, cool. But yeah, I did do that. I can't sing. I wish I could.
I mean, neither can I. But
we'll
try to shower and that's it. Okay, so let's fast forward, right? So you did media, obviously, in school as well.
Yeah.
And then why did you decide to kind of like launch your own brand? Like, why didn't you kind of go like the traditional route of working for like a company?
A production company and stuff. Cause, thinking outside the box at the time, seeing what's out there. So in college, it was roughly around college was like 2008, 2009. I think I was in college, and there wasn't really much out there. And there was an avenue that I wanted to go down. I like meeting new people and doing projects and stuff. So already I was trying to see where I was going with that. But the reason why I decided to launch it as well is to have my own thing. Going to production companies, it's hit and miss. You're not always going to get the door open for you. You can be sending out so much CVs and everything, no one gets back to you. So why not create your own brand, your own media brand, and build your own network and connections?
Okay, and that's really nice. And of course, I echo that as well. Like for myself, instead of going to the route of like working for like a company, to kind of like a publication, it was kind of important for me to try and build something from the ground up. Like I'm in that age anyway. Like no pun intended. So, what was your favorite like primetime entertainment show growing up?
Religiously.
Like what did you watch? Like you've got One-on-One, you've got
Marvin Kids, One-on-One, with Flex and Kyla Pratt. The Parkers. You're talking about where is it? What is it? NTL? Is it NTL days? Is that I can't remember what it's called. I think it's NTL. It needs to be cable, whatever cable it was.
I mean, like for me, most of the programs on Trouble. Like that was the main channel after school.
Well, I had NTL. It was Trouble.
Trouble.
After school, you'll rush to go and watch something. And Wife and Kids as well. Okay, cool. So I used to grow up on that.
And of course, like a lot of our influences, a lot of the programs a lot of us grew up on, like it's like American based. Like,
so
I was gonna ask like, what could we do, or why don't we kind of like have those kind of shows, like, you know what I mean, especially now. Obviously since Trouble, like they're no longer like, like an entity or like a kind of like a corporation. Like we don't have that kind of stuff in the UK. Why do you think that is? Like, or if you have an opinion on that?
Because I feel that some production companies as well, or people in general, may not know how to tackle it. I mean, what do we show? You know,
we got EastEnders. So.
We've got EastEnders, but it's not us. We're not from East London. We're from South.
Yeah.
You're not gonna call it Southside Enders, like, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? But I don't think with our culture, there's enough, but not enough like America.
Yeah.
I don't feel that we're gonna have the same impact. We've had this. We've had the fun and jokes of the lingo of "you get me, bruv," and what's happening. And, do you know what things like that in Kachin, like you see, I think it was on the CBBC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Tracy Beaker and things like that. But you're talking about like black shows.
Yeah.
More like black shows.
Yeah, more like black shows. Like something that's kind of like more geared towards like kind of like the ethnic minority and past like. Desmond, that's what I'm saying. That was sick. Like everyone will talk about that.
But nowadays, in relation to that, but in relation to that question, I'll say Top Boy. But again,
Top Boy is good. Yeah.
It's good, yes. But it shows the other side of life.
Because it's not essentially, like, it's not really like comedy. It's not like one. It's not like My Iphone Kids, if that makes sense. Like, it's not like a family. Like actually, well, it is a family show, but I guess it's more like the other side of like.
But I just don't feel it's being tackled, that's all. It's just trying to find that niche within that type of show.
So the onus is on you to try and find the next show then? No pressure?
No. Do you know what? I'll leave that to Danny Wonders.
Oh, yeah. He's
excellent.
He's doing a lot of stuff. I'm going to, also ask you a bit about, take you back to your brand now and ask, like, what's your target audience and how do you reach them? Okay,
so it's different now. I know it's only been a few years, but so much has changed within a blink of an eye. So much has changed. So at the time, my target audience was the new school. So it was like, let's say from 16 upwards, let's say from that, because the music did relate to that sort of target audience, definitely. And above, so 16 and above. But now, I believe my target audience, I think it would be around about like 17, 18, only because, above, because a lot of the artists nowadays, a lot of artists, I can't explain it, the lyrics, the beats and everything, it's towards that sort of age group, to be fair with you. So like, for example, you've got someone like Kojo Farms and you've got like people like Notes and all these guys. So, I mean, so the target audience has kind of gone up a bit in age, but it's still kind of like in the same group, if that makes sense. But I was thinking about that earlier actually, about target audience, only because I think it may just cater to all, I'm not saying from babies, well from babies. You'll be surprised, my nephew, he knows a few songs and a few lyrics. So already, they got a little bit of rhythm going on, but not like that, but okay, so secondary school. With Notes and Kojo Farms, a lot of that type of music is getting out there now. That's what I mean, I've got a sister and more times like she's listening to music in the kitchen or something like that, and I come in the house and I'm just like, this is what they listen to now, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not way older than her, but like, even me, so I'm like, so that's what she listens to, it's not the same thing, So you also, you also like live music, events with Lovemore Music platform, right? So how many events have you had so far, and how did you, what's the next one? Are you bringing that together? So I've done 5 events, including the launch. The reason why you think, oh my god, only 5, we're probably thinking, because life happens, do you know what I mean? I'm still dabbling in the media, doing different things for myself, but in terms of the brand and the events, I might bring another one out, I might not. Only because I've got a few things coming up and a few projects coming up as well, so another event might not be there, but the artists will be shown in a different way. So obviously, like on average, how many artists do you want to have, like, on a night performing? How many hours were your events? So the event was like, let's say, from 8 till 12, and 11 artists I've had. Artists. How do you like reach your target audience? Because you mentioned who they are, but how do you cater to them, if that makes sense? How do you reach them? Social media. Everyone's on their phones. Without a doubt, no, everyone's on their phones. Emails as well. You always want to get it, regardless. Text message, email, DM, anything that's to do with device. Either way, whatever outlet whatever platform you put it on, it's going to be seen. Social media. Okay, cool. All right. What was I going to ask you? I also wanted to ask you a bit about, the current climate and the impact that music,
you know, a lot of people, especially in the media, the corporate media, they would say like, oh yeah, it's the music they're listening to. Like, that's why these kids are like stabbing each other. Or that's why they're acting like this.
Sorry.
What? I mean, that's a big thing right now. Like, what's your opinion on that? And do you feel like, you know, artists, especially like the ones that cater to like younger, like, you know, boys and girls, like, do you think they have a responsibility to maybe like, I don't know, censor themselves? But then it's like, no, you wouldn't. What's your opinion?
It's a touchy subject.
Yeah.
It really is, and I don't even know if they're gonna get to the bottom of it. Yeah. I mean, where do I start? Drill music, for example.
Yeah.
We've had a Tupac, we've had the Biggies, we've had D-Block, DMX, people like that from back in the day.
Yeah.
If you're talking about they're like 30s and 40s and that, everyone's had their own generation of violence in their music.
Yeah.
So why do they say now drill music is promoting violence, it's making everyone stab themselves? No, it's not. What about heavy metal? What about the headbanging music, mosh pits? It's violent. I don't want to be in a mosh pit.
Because a lot of people that listen to that, someone else can counter that and be like, a lot of those guys are doing drugs or...
Okay,
so,
I know it's a touchy subject,
yeah.
But for example, there was a song that I heard growing up and it was like heavy metal. All I heard was die, stab, and all that. I'm thinking, what is going on? No, it sounds so silly, but those are the lyrics, right? And not from a black culture, it's in like a Caucasian culture, and heavy metal, like punks and
stuff like that.
Come on.
Like, like the whole mosh pit, the whole kind of like skinhead, like, you know, culture. Like, that was a thing, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
it was a thing, and there was violence. Music drives everything. That's what everyone needs to understand. Music drives everything, but it's down to the individual if they want to act upon it. That's what I say.
Yeah, but then do you then place the responsibility on
the
like,
artists?
on parents?
No.
Or like guardians? Because it's like, aren't people responsible for like what their kids are listening to?
You can't control devices. You can't control Walkmans. Little kids will leave their stuff outside in the bush to listen to school. You can't. Music is everywhere. You can't stop it. It's in your head. You can become in it, ready to go and do something to someone. Do you know what I mean?
So your stance is like it's not the problem. It's not music.
It's not the problem.
Like, let's look somewhere else. Let's look at other
It's
stuff.
down to you. You need to understand that the youth of today, all they know is devices, for one.
Yeah.
And also, there's no youth clubs out there. I used to go to a youth club in Peckham called John Don. And that used to be really
And that's
good.
something that's come up like in the conversation that we have here, like in the studio here, like, you know, because they got a program called The Drum, and they do that like I think it's on Wednesdays. They got different programs anyway, but that's something that's always come up. Like, you know, the youth centers are gone. So
But in terms of drill music, all the artists are doing are speaking their truth. They're speaking about the surroundings that they put themselves up in, and what they've seen, what they've heard.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's very true. So, for example, if someone lived in the suburbs, I can take my little brother for this example.
Yeah.
He grew up in an area which was predominantly white.
Yeah.
He was a skater boy.
Yeah.
He conducted himself in a certain way. Yeah. So he wasn't around that, so he doesn't know that side of life. Yeah. So if someone was in another surrounding, then maybe their outlook on life would be different. They will conduct themselves differently. But I don't feel that the youth or people in general are being helped. There's not enough help out there.
Yeah.
But they can't keep blaming parents. Parents can only do so much. They have a home they've got a roof over their head.
They got to work.
But then and they have to work.
Yeah.
They can only install, the child to be sensible. They can only install the righteousness within them, and it's for the child to take it on board and act accordingly with it.
Yeah.
So yes, the children, the parents need to go out and work, but then the responsibility is now with the school. For example, what are schools doing to help the substance and the foundation of a student? It's so
there's so
much
many
layers.
things like we would have to touch on.
There's so much layers in this age.
There's so much layers in it. Yeah, in this age, wow. Yeah, like no fun. So briefly, like, what would you say? Like, how do we start the conversation to be like, actually, we need to? Obviously, music might not be the problem. I feel, for me personally, I feel like it's a mixture of everything. There's a mixture of different things. There's loads of things, and it's certainly not. You can't just place it all on music.
It's like, finding a blame.
Yeah, like in Liverpool, they don't really listen to drill music, but they listen to stuff, and there's a lot of the crime rate is meant to be high there, and in Glasgow, so it's like, what is it? What is the what are we putting it those down to? What would you say? Like, where do we start? Like, especially us as like people that are into business and, you know, we're kind of, you know, we're entrepreneurs, we're trying to build brands and stuff like that. Do you feel like there's responsibility on us as well, in a way, to kind of like, not necessarily because we're not making music for people to listen to whatever, but in terms of like the kind of output that we put out, you know, the kind of like content that we put out, you know, kind of like
definitely.
when we see like little, you know, little, I don't know, the younger generation like getting up to no good, or maybe when they're talking a certain way, do we have responsibility, or do you think actually, nah, maybe no?
No, we do have responsibility.
Yeah.
Like most definitely. I mean, if you've got a platform to, if you've got a platform, or if you are a type of person who will mentor youth, you can't help everyone, but you'll help somebody. So for example, I won't go into it, but I used to be a prison officer. So my take on it with...
Officer Kim, I don't know.
No, not like that. No, but fun and joke aside, I used to connect with the youth, the young offenders. Like, why did you do this? Why did you hurt this person? Why are you dealing drugs? What's going on? And they'll come to me and say, look, mum doesn't say anything when I put money on the table, innit? Mum don't say nothing when I put money in her purse. Do you know what I mean? But then you could say parents, but it's the surroundings. But I connected with them. I even cried with one person because his mum died and he wasn't able to go and see his mum. Do you know what I mean?
Because he was in like...
it's like, it's little things, and some people crumble.
You were saying everybody needs help. And obviously I was going to elaborate on that and say, actually, I agree with you, because I feel like it's not just up to the parents, and it's not just up to the schools, and it's not just up to like, I don't know, like the musicians or whatever you know, we want to term it as. Like, you know, I feel like we all as a community need to get together.
You say that, but where's the outlet for that? Where are the community centres? Where are the youth clubs? Come on, like it's all gone.
They're closing them down.
It's just that they're gone. I don't even know where one is. Do you know what I mean?
So like right now, you couldn't even ask me where the kids go after school.
Where do they go?
I don't know.
They go to the streets.
The
streets is their community. Do you know what I mean? The streets are where they go now. That is it. Before they go home, but it's for the parents to say you need to come home at this time. And that's it really. But there's no outlet for us to support. There's social media, yes, there's lots of things, okay, talk to me if you want help, blah, 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 but no one does, so where can they actually go to find a sanctuary, a safe haven for them to go and keep out of harm's way? That's a big question. If
that's
I had £1 million, I would build something. Do you know what I mean? Because youth, they're screaming for help, but they don't know. They're screaming for help, but they don't know where to go. Basically.
Let's take it back to music, right? So in terms of like discovering talents, like, you know, of course you're into like, you know, into production, and obviously you've got your brand, which is great. How would you say, like, what's the best way to discover like musical talent nowadays? Like, you know, you got the X Factor and the rest of it, but if you want someone like you know, raw talent, how do you discover them? Like?
What you find is that a lot of artists, they are everywhere, SoundCloud, Twitter, Instagram. It's about connecting with the right people. Have a look at hashtags as well, because a lot of musicians, underground musicians, do hashtags. There's a lot of open mic events as well, so you can source artists that way too. So there's loads of places, because a lot of people put themselves out there, they make themselves accessible now. This is the age of making yourself very accessible for what you want. There's no more, oh my god, I don't want to be on social media because I don't want so-and-so to see me, but at the end of the day, everyone's on social media, you need to put yourself out there. This is where everyone is seen now. And it's not no longer, it's word of mouth too, but you've got to put yourself out there.
You've got to get content out. Hashtags definitely, hashtags go a long way. Like, I remember like when I was starting a brand, and obviously I'm into fashion and stuff like that, I would like just, you know, search like fashion related hashtags all day just to see like who's popping, who's doing what brands launching what, do you know, so I can go to events and whatnot. That's it. You have to go to events as well. You have to go to events.
Even
like, let people know what you're doing. That's a big thing. But that's a big thing though, because a lot of more times like you get like people that are, you know, that be like, I don't want to go anywhere on my own. Like, you know, I like to have my friends around. But when you're trying to like get yourself like known or discovered, you're gonna have to like go into a lot of places on your own.
Definitely.
And it might feel awkward at the start, but
do it, because you meet people there. You meet more people. You meet people that are in your field. That's why you're going there as well.
So for you, how do you make yourself stand out? How do you make like the Lovemore what kind of, you know, where do you kind of get your inspiration from to be like, okay, I need to do this to kind of make the brand, you know, certain way?
I used to go to events, you know, when I was younger, and like I said before, I said that, oh, I can do this because I'm connected with certain artists already, and they're my friends anyway. So I thought, hold on, I see them as friends, but I forget they're artists. Do you know what I mean? So I thought, oh, okay, I can do this myself, sort of thing. But the niche, to find grounding, your niche is you first as well. You are your own brand. You have to put yourself out there to be recognised first, and then you push your brand out in terms of what you find that will suit everyone else.
That's interesting because like there's always, and that's something I'm going through, and I'm sure that's something you probably went through or still going through. In terms of like, you know, separate yourself from your brand. Like, do you get what I mean? Like how you are your brand ultimately, how people perceive you. It's
that's
like you,
because obviously on Instagram I'm Miss Lovemore, and well, everyone knows me as Kimberley anyway. But I put my own content, not media content, but my own content on my own feed. So people are like, oh, okay, so what do you do? I mean, you can read a bio, and they get a gist of what I do anyway. I might put a little bit snippets from the Lovemore Media side, but I have to see who I am first. And I think they get a perception, they perceive me in a certain way, and they know how
and
I
then
am.
that generates interest as well, like not only in yourself but in the brand. So so it's all about like packaging yourself actually first, and then it will kind of like filter down into the brand. I mean, what's the next like big thing? Like, you know, what's the plan like for, you know, kind of like both like, you know, the media, you know, company, like, you know, Lovemore Media, and also like the music. You kind of touched on it. I want to kind of like try and rein you back a bit on that one. You mentioned like, you know, live shows. You're maybe not going to do that much anymore.
I mean, it's
like what you kind of got your eyes on in the culture right now?
I'm working on me and where can I put myself. Events are here and there. Anyone can put on events. Events will always be there. However, I'm more of a person that will interview you on serious topics and get to the nitty-gritty of who you are as a person. To get on the serious side of it. And utilise the artist. So although yes, they'll be doing events and stuff, but have a chat with them. And that's what I'm going to do. So there will be content built on that already. Already 2 interviews have been filmed already with 2 artists that are well known. So that'll be out soon. And so I've got Love Island coming up in July.
Wait, Love Island, it started, no?
It started. It started already, but I'm working on the production team. I'm working so much. I'm freelance within the media industry.
Okay, cool.
So everyone will probably see that anyway.
Okay, cool.
It's good.
So that's the next thing then, like Love Island. Like
so I'm going there in
Yeah.
July to work behind the scenes.
Oh, okay,
and
cool.
that's what I'm doing. So I'm all behind the scenes based, studio floor work.
Stuff like,
and that's what I do.
So what's that like? Is that like frantic? Like, is that like? And
I
those are long hours. I heard like.
It's long hours, but you love it. It's long hours, but it doesn't seem like work. When you love something, it doesn't seem like work to you.
You're in that environment.
You don't want it. Exactly. And this is, like I said, it's who I am, is what I know. So fair enough, everyone has a 9 to 5. Everyone's what they make their money, yes. But when a media opportunity comes up, I'm dropping it because that's what I know. Again, that's why I breathe. It's media. But production companies, it's hard to get into to get a solid job. Hence why a lot of people are freelancing. When a job comes up, you get on it because you need to build your credits up as well. Credits is a big thing.
Okay.
More credits, the more work you get because it's credentials.
Because I mean, it all goes towards your portfolio as well. Because then people are like, oh, so what have you been involved in? Like, what the team that produced this? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
definitely,
an experience as well. So what are you listening to right now? Like, I remember like you used to always. Sometimes you post about bags and boxes and I know you definitely like played. Doing my research, like you listen to Played a lot. So what are you listening to right now? Like what's on your playlist?
I still listen to Play Brown, definitely.
I haven't listened to him in a while, but I must have my card here.
Because he speaks about life. And how he makes his songs is he has to live it first before he releases his songs. You know what I mean? Before he rap about it. But I didn't come from that sort of environment. I didn't.
But so what drew you to that then?
I've seen what's around me and stuff. I've put myself in groups where I shouldn't have been, and I've done things I shouldn't have done. But I've reined myself back. My parents got on board, and now I'm here today. Miss Goody Two Shoes, and being sensible and stuff. So it's like that sort of music. So again, I listen to drill. I do. Listen to like Heady One. I do. And you've got Fredo. You've got who else is there? Like you said, you've got Notes.
Notes.
The new era music I listen to. Cardi B. Miss Banks.
Yeah.
I listen to her a lot.
Cardi B, she's dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
Miss Banks, like, yeah, I was at like.
Miss Banks is raw.
She's like, she's got so much energy because I went to an event in Shoreditch. I think it was like last year, like late last year, and she was like one of the, she was performing and stuff. And I was like, wow,
you can see she gets into her zone when she performs.
Yeah. And she was like, I need you guys to get on board with me, man. What's going on tonight?
It's just real.
And I was like, this is real.
The
like,
artists
do you know what I mean?
that are coming up now, it's like they're your friend or you've seen them before.
Yeah.
It's just real. You know what I mean? And
do you plan to get someone like her on your platform? Like, would you like to like speak to her and stuff?
Oh yeah, I did have her, but she was double booked, so she couldn't perform at my event. But I hope so. I hope one day I'll be able to book her for my next event if I do one. But right now, I'm working on myself, and you'll see more interviews from me, and you won't be seeing pretty much no events really. I do have a content on YouTube called Tune of the Week.
Okay.
So the artists who were going to perform, I let them, take the camera, interview them that way. I didn't face-to-face interview them. I asked questions, will come up on the screen. It's a chance to have the artist on the spotlight.
Oh, so what, you ask a question, like the question comes up and then they just kind of show their response to it.
They were our Tune of the Week.
Oh,
so we dedicate that week to them.
To them, like, okay,
and then we put more content out for them.
For them as well. Okay, cool. I think that's a nice segment. So I'm gonna ask you like a few like quick fire like questions now, right?
Yeah.
So in your opinion, like, what is the next like big thing? What's the next?
Of what?
Like just like culturally, or maybe in music. Because streaming is a big thing now. Obviously no one's really buying like CDs.
I feel.
So what's the next big thing like in that
terms of music?
Yeah, music.
Artists will take what's theirs, meaning they will probably control their own music.
Okay.
One, they'll probably put on their own concerts and they're in control of it. And because a lot of artists will have one manager and a little team around them. Back in the day, they're getting cuts left, right and centre, from agents and not giving them the right money. But in this day and age, anyone can book out venues and put on shows themselves. They don't have to know.
So you don't really need a label, is that what you're saying? We're going to get to that stage where artists will be more like in charge of their own...
Self-efficient.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I believe so.
Okay.
Because from when you can put yourself out there and brand yourself, so why can't an artist brand themselves and push themselves out there? Why do you need a record label now? The record label's been there for many, many years, over 50 years or more, but in this day and age, you get people that will just blow, and that's not even from record labels, that's organic. From social networks.
Like SoundCloud, or online, like on social media.
Exactly, so there's some artists who are already independent like that anyway, they're not really signed to a label because they probably don't want to be slaves to a label, as some will say. Some may not help them and they're tied into contracts, but that's another story. But you can be your own person. I believe you can put yourself out there, and artists will take their music back to make it their own.
To make it their own.
And have their own.
That's a big thing. Even like when you look at Jay-Z's like 444, like it speaks a lot about and Tidal and that kind of stuff. Like
they'll lock you out. They'll lock you out if you want to listen to the artist, for example. You have to buy it to open the door to listen to us, because you're not going to hear the music otherwise. So a lot of like independent, or you get the organic artists, you get the genuine support from fans, and if they really, really believe in you, I believe that they'll support you with whatever the artist will put out there.
Okay.
So they can shut doors to labels. I think they could.
I mean, if they've got loyal fans.
Depends if how they want to make their money as well.
Good. I wanted to ask you as well, like, if you've got like a young person, like young people, or just like we were talking about young people earlier on, and we're not exactly old ourselves, but it's like if you've got someone that's trying to find their way, like in the business world or in the field, or they're trying to find like discover their own passion and stuff like that, what would you advise them? And I just got one more thing to ask about.
That's okay. From my experience, what I'll advise them, because I'm 26 now, I've been doing it since I was in like college anyway. Don't be scared to ask. Because the most someone's going to say is no. Email, call people. If you know friend of a friend who knows so and so, get them to find that path for you to speak to that person. Put yourself more out there. I mean, within the 3 to 4 years, so much has happened. There's so many pop-up events that you can go to. Put yourself out there. Go by yourself. You need to stand strong by yourself, and not kind of rely on other people as such. Just believe in yourself, and I believe that you will definitely achieve.
Okay, cool. So you stand strong. Like I think that's a message.
You have to stand strong within yourself. Don't second guess yourself. That's where some things will go wrong.
Yeah, I think that people people need to just put themselves out there more. I think
it is.
And in the put yourself out there in the right time as well, because there's certain little things that you can do, especially even social media. There's certain little ways you can use social media to your best advantage. Times you post, do you know what I mean? All these little things. I look into it, be like, these little insights.
The insights.
It tells you that when people are hashtags and stuff like that.
A lot of people say, I don't want to put hashtags in my caption. It looks like I'm begging it, or it looks like I want more likes.
More likes.
It's not that. If you want to put yourself out there, input those hashtags so you can reach more people for your purpose. You're doing it. You're posting pictures for a reason.
You can't be proud. You can't be proud when it comes to that. You can't be proud. You literally got to drop all that ego and I got to do this for my business or for my brand.
Exactly.
Can you tell me one thing you like about this age, this just currently, this current time we're in?
Do we like? Huh? You do what you like? No. It's more
listen
carefree.
Listen to drill music.
It's more carefree. You can be who you want to be. It's fun. I think it's fun. It's not as fun like we was all playing out. Remember when we was younger? Not like that. But being this age and now, it's like everyone's getting younger and younger. So I think it's enjoying life. We're here only once. And just take the world for what it's got. There's no harm. Look at Cardi B, for example. She was a stripper, she this, she that, and now she's what? A multi-millionaire, and she's out there. Do you know what I mean? As an established artist. So you can come from somewhere and elevate yourself upwards to something else that's bigger. So if you got a niche, if you want to really do what you want to do, you want to achieve, just literally just put yourself out there. Be proud, be confident, and be who you are. That's what will get you out there. Be who you are. Don't be afraid.
Be confident, be who you are, don't be afraid. So we leave on that note. Hopefully I can get you back, and hopefully I might come on your platform, even though I'm not doing music.
You guys will definitely will.
That would be interesting, thank you for joining. Thank you for taking the time. You mentioned that you wasn't feeling too well, so I really appreciate that you pushed through. We've been trying to reach this for a minute, but anyway, it's all done. So thank you for coming. So thank you for watching. You can reach myself on Instagram at Chronicles_T. This is Kimberley Lovemore, so at Kimberley Lovemore. So we'll put the
links below.
Put the links below. I'll put the links anyway in the description, so you can reach out to her as well, so you can check out what she's doing. Really important stuff. Drummer Boy Studios is where we're recording, so this is in Peckham, 93 Peckham High Street. They do a lot of programs, a lot of segments. They want creatives to really come into this space and really execute and connect together. So that's really important. Layers, our Layers online. Again, I'll put the link below, or I'll put the link at the end of the video. So just reach out to each and every one of us. From Kimberley to myself, and of course to the guys managing Drummer Boy as well. Until next time, take it easy. What's the last word from you? What's the last thing?
Be bold, be confident. Don't be emotional.
Don't be emotional.
Have thick skin.
Have thick skin. Stay strong. All that stuff. All right. Bye. Thank you.